Hi boys and girls, I'm so excited to share with you more about 10 frames. Today we're going to start by building a 10 frame. Think about where we're going to put the first counter. Am I going to put it right here? No. How about right here? Nope. That's where it goes, because when we read from left to right, and we start from top to bottom. So you're always going to build a 10 frame starting in this very first position at the top left. Now, when I add one more, we will then have 2. If I add one more, 3, and another 4, and yet another 5. Now, I know right away that looking at that row, that's 5. There's no reason for me when I count it out to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should know when one row of a 10 frame is full, that tells me there's automatically 5. When I see this in a 10 frame, I don't just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 5, 6, or 5 plus 1 equals 6. 10 frames give me a quick way to understand numbers and count out what I have. It's a great math tool to use anytime you're counting a large quantity, a large amount of things, and you want to figure out how many you have. On this paper, I actually have 2 10 frames. So think about how many counters I can fit on this paper. I hope you're thinking about it. I know that 2 groups of 10 equals 20. So I can fit 20 counters on this paper. Just by looking at that, I see in the number 20, we have 2 10s. Think about how many 1s we have in the number 20. In the number 20, if you look at the number, there's a 0 in the 1's place. But if you think about the number 20, I have 20 counters there. That is 20 1s. When they're all apart, like this, they're 1s. But when they're organized and grouped together, they become 10s. So, on this paper, I have 20 1s, or 2 groups of 10. Now that can be very confusing when you're thinking about the number, because when we look at the number, that 2 tells us 2 groups of 10, and that 0 at the end tells us 0 1s, or 0 left over. But when you're actually looking at an object, like our counters, it tells us that there are 20 1s, 20 counters, but when I group them, I have 2 groups of 10. This is a hard thing to understand, and so we're going to be working with it and talking about it tomorrow. I just want to plant the idea in your head, though, about 1s and 10s, and I'm excited to hear what you think tomorrow. See you then, Busy Town!